Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we will be reviewing multiplying decimals. Our first example is 4.25 times 2.1. And notice when you are multiplying decimals, you do not need to line up your decimal points. We will take care of that at the end of the problem. Okay, we're going to multiply as if we have regular whole numbers. So first we're going to multiply 1 times 5, and that's going to give me 5. I'm going to put my 5 here. Next, 1 times 2, that's going to give me 2. Next, we have 1 times 4, and that's going to give me 4. I'm going to write a 4 here. And I'm going to go ahead and write my placeholder here because we are done with the ones place. Now I'm working here in the tens place. So 2 times 5, that's 10. I'm going to write my 0, carry the 1. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So I'm going to write my 5 here. And then we have 2 times 4, that's going to give me 8. And now I'm going to add. So 5 plus 0 is 5. 2 plus 0 is 2. 4 plus 5 is 9. And then we have your imaginary 0 here. 0 plus 8 is going to give me 8. Now, since I am done multiplying, I'm going to go ahead and look at my decimal places. Here I have 2 decimal places, and here I just have 1 decimal place. So the total amount of decimal places I need in my answer is going to be 3. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. My decimal place is going to be right here. So that means your answer is going to be 8.925. So let's try the next example, 3.47 times 7. First, we're going to multiply 7 times 7. That's going to be 49. I'm going to write my 9 and carry the 4. 7 times 4 is 28, plus 4 more is 32. I'm going to write my 2 and carry the 3. And then we have 7 times 3, that's 21, plus 3 more is going to be 24. So let me write 24 here. Now we're going to tally up our decimal places. I have 2 decimal places here. So this is 1, 2. That's 2 decimal places. Here I do not have any decimal places. So the total number of decimal places I need in my final answer is going to be 2. So I'm going to go 1, 2. It's going to be here. So your final answer is going to be 24.29. 8.23 times 4. So first we're going to multiply 4 times 3. That's 12. I'm going to write my 2, carry the 1. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 more is 9. I'm going to write my 9. And then we have 4 times 8. That's going to be 32. Now we're going to tally up our decimal places. So I have 2 decimal places here. Here I do not have any decimal places. There's no decimal here. So that's going to be 0. The total number of decimal places is 2. So I need to have 2 decimal places in my answer. 1, 2 is going to place me right here in between the 2 and the 9. So your final answer is 32.92. Let's try 1.2 times 5.8. 8 times 2 is going to give me 16. I'm going to write my 6, carry the 1. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 1 more is going to be 9. Now I am working here in the tens place. I do not need this 8 anymore or this 1. I'm going to add my placeholder here. Now we're going to multiply 5 times 2 is 10. Write my 0, carry the 1. And then you have 5 times 1, that's 5, plus 1 more is going to be 6. So I'm going to write the 6 here. And now we're going to add. 6 plus 0 is 6. 9 plus 0 is 9. And then you have your imaginary 0 here. So 0 plus 6 is going to be 6. Now we're going to tally up our decimal places. I have 1 decimal place here. I have 1 decimal place here. So the total number is going to be 2. So I need to make sure I move 2 decimal places in my final answer. And that's going to be 1, 2 is going to place me right here between the 6 and the 9. So your final answer is 6.96. Let's try 6.41 times 5.6. And remember, you do not need to line up your decimal point when you are multiplying decimals. So first we're going to multiply 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 4 is 24. Write my 4, carry the 2. 6 times 6 is 36, plus 2 more is going to be 38. I'm going to write my 38 here. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this 2. Don't need that 2 anymore or this 6. I'm working now in the tens place. I'm going to add my placeholder here. So 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 4 is 20. Write my 0, carry the 2. And then you have 5 times 6, that's 30, plus 2 more is going to be 32. So let's add 32 here. Now we're going to add 6 plus 0 is 6. 4 plus 5 is 9. 8 plus 0 is 8. 3 plus 2 is 5. And your imaginary 0 plus 3 is going to be 3. Now let's tally up our decimal places. I have 2 decimal places here. Here at the 5.6, I just have 1. So I need 3 decimal places in my answer. I added the 2 plus 1. That's going to give me 3 decimal places. So I'm going to be 1, 2, 3 right there. So it's going to equal 35.896. So next we have 4.55 times 5.82. I'm going to start multiplying 2 times 5. That's going to be 10. Write my 0, carry the 1. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11. Write my 1, carry the other 1. And then we have 2 times 4, that's 8, plus 1 more is going to be 9. So I'm going to write a 9 here. All right, so I'm treating these as if we do not have any decimals. So I'm done with the ones place. We're going down to the tens place. Don't need this 1 anymore or this other 1. And I'm also going to add my placeholder here because we are done with the ones place. So now we have 8 times 5, that's 40. Write my 0, carry the 4. 8 times 5 is 40, plus 4 is going to be 44. So I'm going to write my 4 and carry the other 4. And then we have 8 times 4, that's 32, plus 4 more is going to be 36. So I'm going to write 36 here. Now I'm working in the hundreds place, so I do not need this 8 anymore, this 4, or this other 4. And I'm going to add 2 placeholders now because I'm working in the hundreds place. So 5 times 5 is 25. Write my 5, carry the 2. 5 times 5 is 25 again, plus 2 more is going to be 27. Write my 7, carry the 2. And then we have 5 times 4, that's 20, plus 2 more is going to be 22. I'm going to add 22 here. Now we're going to add 0, 0, 0 is going to be 0. 1 plus 0 is 1. 9 plus 4 is 13. 13 plus 5 is going to be 18. Write my 8, carry the 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 7 is 14. Write my 4, carry the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. And then here you just have zeros. So 0 plus 0 plus 2 is going to be 2. Now I'm going to tally up my decimal places. So this is 2 decimal places here. This is also 2 here. So the total decimal places that I'm going to move in my final answer is going to be 4. So we're going to start from here. 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is right here. So your final answer is going to be 26.4810. You can also write 26.481, and you can leave out the 0 if you want. So let's try 0.350 times 0.40. So 0 times 0 is 0, 0 times 5, 0, 0 times 3, 0, 0 times 0 is 0. I'm going to add my placeholder here because now I'm working in the tens place. No longer need the 0 here. So 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 5 is 20. Write my 0, carry the 2. 4 times 3 is 12. Plus 2 more is 14. Write my 4, carry the 1. And then you have 4 times 0 is 0. Plus 1 is going to be 1. All right, now I am done with the tens place. Don't leave that 4, this 2, or this 1. I am working right here in the hundreds place. And I'm also going to add 2 placeholders. So 0 times 0 is 0. 0 times 5 is 0. 0 times 3 is 0. And then 0 times 0 is 0. Now we're going to add. So 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. And then 0 plus 0, am I here? Plus 0 again is 0. And then 0 plus 4 plus 0 is 4. 0 plus 1 plus 0 is 1. Zeros here plus zeros plus 0 again. That's going to be 0. Now we're going to tally up our decimal places. So this is going to be 3 decimal places. This is 2 decimal places. Total is going to be 5. So I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is placing me right here. So your final answer is going to be 0.14000. And you can simplify this to just 0.14. It's the same answer. Let's try 75.7 times 2.1. First, we're going to multiply 1 times 7. That's going to give me 7. Then we're going to multiply 1 times 5 is 5. And then 1 times 7 again is 7. I am done with my ones place. Now I'm going to work in the tens place and add my placeholder. So I'm working right here. 2 times 7 is 14. Write my 4, carry the 1. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11. Write my 1, carry the other 1. And then you have 2 times 7, that's 14, plus 1 more is 15. Now we're going to add. 7 plus 0 is 7. 5 plus 4 is 9. 7 plus 1 is 8. Then you have your imaginary 0 here. 0 plus 5 is 5. You also have an imaginary 0 here. 0 plus 1 is 1. So this is 1 decimal place here. This is another decimal place right here. The total number of decimal places I need in my answer is going to be 2. So I'm going to go 1, 2, stop right here. So your final answer is 158.97. Let's try 0.002 times, let's try 3.4. 4 times 2 is going to be 8. Write my 8. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 0 again is 0. 4 times 0 again is 0. Now we're working right here in the tens place, and I'm going to no longer need this 4 anymore, and I'm going to go ahead and fill in my placeholder. So 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 0 is 0, 3 times 0 again is 0, and 3 times 0 again is 0. Now we're going to add. So 8 plus 0 is 8, 0 plus 6 is 6, and all of these here are zeros. 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 0 again is 0, and then your imaginary 0 plus 0 is 0 again. Now we're going to tally up our decimal places. So this is 3 decimal places. Here we just have 1. So your final answer needs to have 4 decimal places in it. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 places us right here. So your final answer is going to be 0.0068. And let's try one more example, 8.03 times 2.1. So first we're going to multiply 1 times 3, that's 3. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 8 is 8. Now I'm looking here in the tens place, no longer need this 1 here. I'm also going to add my placeholder. So 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 0 is 0. And then you have 2 times 8, that's 16. Now we're going to add. So 3 plus 0 is 3. 0 plus 6 is 6. 8 plus 0 is 8. And then you have your imaginary zeros here and here. So 0 plus 6 is 6, and then 0 plus 1 is 1. Now we're going to tally up our decimal places. I have 2 decimal places here, and here I have 1. So total is 3. So my final answer needs to have 3 decimal places. 1, 2, 3 would be right here. So my final answer is 16.863. All right, so that is all we have for today, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.